G'day legends and welcome back to another episode of That Slot Cargo News for a Friday. We have plenty to get through. Scalextric have released a new kind of club car. We've got a massive kit by Magnetic Racing and more. So let's get stuck into news for a Friday. So before we get stuck into the car news for a Friday, as always, a massive thank you to you at home for tuning in regularly to check out the news and the channel. And of course, a massive thank you to the official news sponsor, PendleSlot. Please check out their socials linked in this description of the video and of course the channel description. But now let's check out what PendleSlot has on offer. They've got some new Scalextric cars in. Let's go through them together. First one is the 1976 Daytona 24 triple pack. I did show this in the news during the week. Well, guess what? They have now got it. The Ford Escort Cosworth. I'm a massive fan of the Cosy. It is in the Repsol livery. Really cool car, this one. We've got the Brabham BT46, the fan car with the spinning fan, and I believe it has the fan cover or the fan dustbin. We've also got the Mini 1275 GT, and to round it out, we have the beautiful black BMW 330i M Sport. So that's what's currently available at PendleSlot. And a quick shout for the PSR Marketplace. If you did not know, PendleSlot Racing has a marketplace section on their website where they list items from time to time. I'm going to read from the notes because this is quite epic. On the marketplace, which you can locate on their website, they're going to list around 300 pieces. Some of these are obsolete and it's across various different manufacturers, and you'll find the prices are very competitive against eBay or the Evil Bay prices. So check them out. Now this is it's launching today or tonight, so Friday, and it will run over the bank holiday weekend. So remember, 300 items, obsolete across various manufacturers. Jump on there, check them out. PSR Marketplace, you can locate that on the PendleSlot Racing website. Next, we have some news from SRC, and they've showed us some render shots of the Audi Sport Quattro S1 E2. Now, these are only render shots. I'm a huge fan of seeing behind the scenes, so rendering is just as good to me as the real thing because we know it's coming. What's your thoughts on this one? They do make a beautiful Delta S4. This one I think is going to be extra special, and all their cars that they make perform well and look really good. So very exciting. And also we've got some behind the scenes, a reel that they've made of the Delta S4 Chrono tip-top being built. I love this kind of stuff. I'm a huge fan of what happens behind the closed door. It really shows you what kind of effort goes into those cars. And as you can see, they're pretty much hand built. The decals are going on by hand. A lot of the parts and pieces are assembled in Spain. Really cool to see. So there you go, some news from SRC. So next up, let's talk Scalextric. And I did say in the intro, a special kind of club car. And if you do draw your mind back 6 weeks ago, I did mention in one of the news episodes about a special release club car. Now I did know about it, I couldn't talk about it. Of course we can now, it's been released to the public. And we have two versions of this special release club car. Both cars are weathered. We'll talk about weathering in a minute because I think I'm a big fan of this. We do have the 330 P3-4 from Daytona Car 23 and also the 330 P4 from Daytona Car 24, both with some weathering effect. Now, I'm a huge fan of weathering. That's a big fat yes to me. Should we see this across the range in normal mainstream cars? I think so. Depending on how harsh the weathering should be, that should be up to the design, but I think it adds a little bit more realism. What's your thoughts at home? Do you think we should see some more weathering across the field? But I think these are two very special Scalextric club cars. Well, let's move on to a video, a reel we'll call it, that they released on their social media, showing some samples of some of their upcoming cars. Big fan of it. I like seeing this behind the scenes stuff. You'll see there's a bit of a trend in this video today, lots of behind the scenes from the companies, but really cool to see from Scalextric. And of course, I have to mention a very big thank you to Scalextric. We do have a link in this video description and the channel description, which is permanently there, a link to their website. And if you use TSCG, you will get 5% off your purchase. Now that link directly helps the channel, so please use that if you're going to make any purchase from Scalextric. But when you do make the purchase, use TSCG to get yourself 5% off Thank you very much to the viewers, and thank you very much to Scalextric.
And hot off the press for us Aussies, the Scalextric exclusive range for 2023. We have the Ford Mustang, we've got the Ford XY Falcon, the Holden XU1 Tirana, the Holden VL Commodore SS Group A, and my favourite, the Holden VL Commodore Group A road car. Make sure you jump on these as a pre-order. Look at your local. These will sell fast.
So next up we have some news from Slotted Maurizio. He doesn't stop. Obviously he travels the world racing and he still releases some really cool news. And this is some product samples of the Orica. Now I did get to see this in action at the Slotted 2023 USA Nationals. I do have a little bit of footage of that, which I'll probably release in a shorts. I don't have much footage of it, but it absolutely flies. That was the prototype. This is the product release samples, looking really cool. What's your thoughts? Of course, being Slotted, they're going to be absolutely ball terrors, but hat off to Maurizio. He's the busiest man in the business and he's still getting out some good photos of some of the upcoming cars for us. So check out something new from Slotted. So next up, let's talk HO with Bauer, and they're showing us some progress on the NSU TT. This is the tiniest car that they make, but it is most definitely packed with detail. If you haven't seen my review on the Bauer NSU TT HO masterpiece, please check it out. It was a really fun car to drive. But I like this behind the scenes stuff. Let me know, do you like seeing this? Because you will see some of my behind the scenes on the That Slot Car Guy Porsche Special, and let's quickly touch on that while we are talking. There is 100 of them being made, 30 are mine, 1 to 30, and the other 70 will be for Bauer and their collectors. And we have made the decision to make the 30 and the 70 just a little bit different, so we can tell the difference between my lot and the lot that Bauer gets. So stay tuned for further updates on that. And we are getting close to showing and revealing some of the workings. So next up, some news from Auto World, and I have jumped over to their socials and I have posted their 4x4 rally set. This is 4 cars, 4 lane and wireless controllers, which to me, it's HO dream, isn't it? 4 lanes, wireless controllers. Unfortunately, it's very hard to get Auto World down under. I don't believe they make the sets for our region, meaning power supply. If you are watching Auto World and I am wrong, please prove me wrong. And if you are watching and I'm right, please make them for the Australian market. I would love to see Auto World sets ready available on the shelves. And if I have to be the distributor for it, I will, because I want to see Auto World down under, because let's bring HO back to the forefront of people's minds, because it is a lot of fun. And wireless 4-lane 4 cars, enough said. So there you go, some news from Auto World. So next up, let's talk SCX Compact, a scale 143 that we don't talk about enough, and it's good to see some new stuff coming out for the 143 scale. I'm a huge fan of all scales, as you know, and I think this one does get missed out a lot. But SCX Compact, we have 2 new release cars, the Hyundai i20 WRC, looking really good. The detail on these do look pretty impressive, and my favorite out of the bunch, because I'm a big fan of this, of the driver, used to be a rider, is the Audi R8 Rossi. Now, again, I wish we could see some more 143 scale cars in the market. SCX, of course, we've got Scalextric and Carrera that are taking the lead, but it'd be good to see some more brands getting into this size, because it is the happy medium between HO and 132. Well, there you go, some SCX Compact news for you for a Friday. And for slot car goodies, we're going straight to magnetic racing with this absolute epic build. Now, they've made the massive Ferris Wheel. This is just on another scale. Now, this is a one-off build. Of course, if you want something built, reach out to them. If they can do it, they most definitely will. Can't wait to see this finished. Is this going to be a kit? I don't think so. It's pretty big. If you want it to be a kit, hit the vote yes, and hopefully we can get something this big. But these guys do everything. They sell kits, they make kits, and they also do custom one-offs. So if you are wanting something done, reach out to them. This thing is looking epic. What's happening in the world of slot cars? Well, I've been invited to go to Carrera World on September the 6th at 7 p.m. CEST time, yes, that's Central European time, to host a Carrera live event. Now, the most important thing you need to do is follow all their socials, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of that good stuff, because they're going to try and go live to all of their platforms so I can help host the Carrera Live event, which will show off their latest 2023 cars. But not only do we get our hands on those and get a close-up look at some of the stuff that we haven't seen yet from the catalogue, there will be some of the team on hand to answer some of your questions live. So please join in. I know there's a lot of questions out there for Carrera. I don't believe anything's off the table, so go for it. But yes, I will let you know closer to the date. I've been asked to go and host this event, which is very exciting. And I hope this is a new wave of things to come when it comes to how companies, I guess, interact with their potential buyers, fans, and everyone between. So I hope I see you on September 6th at 7 p.m. at Carrera World. Next up, we are visiting BRM, and they've updated a video of their latest factory. Yes, they did move locations and it's complete. There's a couple of things I need to finish off. The arena, which you'll see in the video, I guess that's going to be a really cool racetrack setup, but they are showing you everything, the machines, the space. Really cool to see. It obviously means BRM is doing really well, which is the sister squad, which is Revo. It's really good to see that they are expanding. So I like this behind the scenes stuff, and please let me know in here, because all the feedback we get on what we're watching, what we're seeing, really does help shape how our hobby is seen on a whole. Some exciting stuff they reckon is coming. You'll see one of the clips says getting ready for some news for the winter period. I have reached out to him to see if we can get a little scoop. I think I know what's coming, but I will not say, but I want to get confirmation before I do say anything, and if I'm allowed to. I will be getting some cars from BRM. They are aware that I'm moving back to Australia in October, so there might be a bit of a hold-off period there. They definitely support the channel, but at the moment I'm putting a couple of things on hold. But I hope you did enjoy the video of them showing out their latest factory. It looks like BRM, we're in good hands. So that's a wrap on today's episode of That's Lot Cargo News for a Friday. As always, a massive thank you to you at home for tuning in regularly, watching the news or whatever else I do on the channel. Your support is much appreciated, and without your support, I would not be doing it. And of course, a massive thank you to the official news sponsor, Pendle Slot. Please show them some love. Check out their socials, linked in the channel description, and of course, this video description. I will be doing an update video in regards to the channel. 2024 is going to be big for the channel back in Australia. I'll give you a quick update. I am not moving back to the slot shed until March 2024. I will be continuing the channel, no problems at all, but when it comes to a massive track and the update to the shed, that will be happening in March 2024. I've got a lot of planning to do before we can kick that off, but that will bring some mega content next year. But as always, at That's Lot Cargo on Instagram and YouTube. If this is kind of content you like, please consider subscribing. It really does help out the channel. But be safe, take care, support your local. Bye.